Hey guys, welcome to the first show of Get Your Shit Together with Muriel. This is your girl Muriel, aka Lex. I'll let y'all call me Lex because I consider y'all family if you're listening. Wherever you're listening, I just appreciate you listening, you feel me? So, yeah, welcome to the show. This show is about getting your shit together. I am somebody who I feel like I do not have my shit together, and I'm always in pursuit of trying to get my shit together, but it could always use improvement. And so basically, we're just gonna work on improvement from wherever I am, wherever you are in your lives. Because we're all at different stages in our lives. Some of us are older, some of us are younger. And if I didn't mention, this show is for Gen Z, Generation Z. And that are those who are born between 1997 and 2012. So basically, young adults, teenagers. Yeah. Because when I was a teenager, I was always on Pinterest and I was always looking at advice for saving money or how to do this and that for millennials. And so I always thought I was a millennial until it claimed clear to me that I'm part of Gen Z. And everybody just be talking shit about Gen Z or saying that we're like the tablet generation, the cell phone generation, the texting generation, the wild generation. Because no, we're young. That's what we're supposed to do. And I don't think that people understand what we've grown through. Because most of us grew up with a lot going on in this world, like 9/11, a recession in 2008, the first black president in 2008, and Trump's election, because we had 8 years of Obama. So we've grown up in a rapidly changing environment, because I can remember going from calling my friends on the house phone, and one time I called my friend and her mom thought that I was a telemarketer and she cussed my ass out. And then like 5 minutes later my friend called back and was like, "Did you just call?" I was like, "Yeah." And so I went from that to texting my friends. I am in my friends on like Yahoo Messenger and stuff. Um, I wasn't old enough for MySpace, but I remember when Facebook came out and when Twitter came out. I got a Twitter when it came out because one of my friends emailed me and was like, "Hey, try this new app." I was like, "Okay, girl, I trust you." Um, I got in a lot of trouble on Facebook and Twitter growing up. Because when I was in high school, that's when cyberbullying started coming out. That was new for everybody. And not only was I being bullied in school, I was being bullied online. And so, yeah. But I kept it together. Kinda. Um, and it's just that we don't really relate to millennials because, yeah, they were teenagers and adults when we were children, and some of us have millennial parents or Gen X parents. My parents are boomers, so I'm different. But yeah, and so it's, yeah, they can't really relate to us anymore because they were getting their shit together when the world was rapidly changing versus we were just living through life, not having bills, not worrying about it. Now we have to deal with the effects of it. um and so basically with this podcast I just want to share my experiences with you guys. Have guests that share their experiences, and we all learn and grow from these experiences. Because one thing I've noticed is that people like to experience something to learn a lesson, but you don't have to go through it to understand that you don't need to go through it. Like you, okay, let me explain. So, if somebody tells you, "Oh, don't touch the stove because you'll burn your finger," you don't actually have to go touch the stove to see if it's gonna burn your finger. Just know that if the stove is on, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna burn your finger. So don't even touch it. You understand? Um, and so that's basically what I'm hoping that you guys get from this podcast. And I like to talk. I'm full of stories, full of seen a lot of things. I've done a lot of things. Good things, bad things, petty things, wild things. Child, I have lived. Okay. And so, yeah, we're just gonna share experiences and let people know that we're more than just texting and TikTok. So fucking tired of TikTok. I just seen this video and this lady had just given birth and the baby could barely breathe. He was fighting for his life, child, in the little incubator, and she just dancing, doing the little TikTok dance. And I'm like, the baby is fighting for his life, and you doing the TikTok dance. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with these people, but yeah. And so, I guess what you can expect from this podcast is just stories, experiences, different topics. I will do research before I just talk about something I don't know, because spreading misinformation is what is ruining us, and it's one of the things that people like to do on social media. But I don't really take part in that much of social media because I don't know. It's just when you see a lot of people just going wild on Facebook and Twitter, they telling all their business. And once you become one of those people that just be going wild on Twitter, saying everything that comes to your mind, all the dirty, nasty thoughts that come to your mind, that shit catches up with you. It don't matter how it catches up with you, it catches up with you. I remember one time I had some roommates and they got mad about some tweets and we almost fought. It was a lot. I'll tell y'all that story one day. I'm gonna have an episode about roommates and how to conduct yourself when you have a roommate. Stories about good roommate experiences, bad roommate experiences. I've had my fair share. Um, so I guess I can give a different perspective for each perspective, if that makes sense. Mm. So yeah, um, I'm Muriel. Like I said, y'all can call me Lex. I'm 23. I was born in '98. Um, I've gone to college. I'm still in college. But I've like lived on campus for 2 years and lived in an off-campus apartment for like a year and a half. Um, and then I've lived by myself. And then I moved across the state by myself to live by myself. So I've, I've had my fair share of experience with life. Um, Yeah, living on campus was probably the best time of my life. My freshman year of college, 2016, fall 2016, that was a movie. Like, I made Dean's List, and I also partied every weekend from Thursday to probably Sunday night, Monday morning. I went to class. Um, I worked out. I had the unlimited dining meal plan, so I could go to the dining hall anytime I wanted, however many times I wanted to. Sometimes I just went in there to get something to drink. It was lit. Like, being in a dining hall when nobody else is there at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's pretty fun. I thought I was gonna die one of those times. I was high. I smoked a lot of weed. I first started smoking weed when I got to college, like the first month that I was in college. And that's also when I started drinking, having sex. On this show, I'm gonna talk about a lot of things because I'm just a multifaceted person. I could tell y'all some shit. I could tell y'all some shit. But yeah, freshman year of college. If you haven't gone to college yet, expect your first semester to be hard. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna tell you that. I have been pressured by my friends trying to finish a calculus assignment, a pre-calculus assignment, so that we could start turning up at 7 o'clock. So, and then like I've tried to beat the clock by 11:59 and turn this stuff in at 11:58. I actually just stopped doing that this semester, and it worked out pretty good for me. I got my work done. I could sleep at night. It's been peaceful. But your first year is gonna be hard because most of the stuff that your teachers tell you in high school, it is not true. They be like, "Oh, your teacher's not gonna allow you to do that." And when you get to college, your teacher's gonna allow you to do whatever the hell you wanna do, cause they already got paid, so they not worried about if you learn. That is your grade. So if you wanna do your work and get the good grades, you do that. If you want to just do your work at home and not come to class and have a friend sign you in, I don't recommend doing that, but it's an option. Um, and you can do that. But it's you gotta go to the first day of class to figure out how you can finesse the semester. That's how I did it. Cause I had one teacher, he I don't know. He signed around like a sign-in sheet, and so my best friend's roommate, we had that class together, and so she texted me. She's like, "Can you sign me in?" I was like, "Okay." And then after everybody signed in, I looked down and I look up, and people just started leaving like cockroaches. I was like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Shit, if they going, I'm going too." And so I left. I had one class, one teacher. This teacher, she brought her dad to class. And her dad was old. He was in a wheelchair. And he just sat in the front of the class, just smiling. And she would always just tell us strange stories about her dad and her mom. Like, "Oh, my mom, like, almost died this weekend, but let's talk about history." Like, you sure you don't want to go check on your mama? Like, I'll be okay. You can just send me the PowerPoint and I can go home. And this lady was wild. I remember I was taking a nap in class because I'm somebody that I can't, like, if I'm in class or a lecture where somebody's just talking to me and I'm not participating, I'm gonna go to sleep. Like in church, I'm gonna try my best not to go to sleep because I'm in the house of the Lord, but I'm probably gonna doze off a couple times because that is just, if I'm not being a participant, I'm not interested in most cases. Or it's just that like, if your voice is monotone, it's just gonna put me to sleep. And so, yeah, I was asleep in class. And then I woke up and this lady took up this girl's phone. And I'm like, we're in college. Why are you taking up people's phones? And then I pulled out my phone. I was like, I want her to try to come take my phone. But she must gonna pay the bill. You feel me? But she didn't take up my phone. I also couldn't miss that lady's class. Some professors, they'll try to get you. Like, they'll try to have random attendance days, and they won't tell you when those days are. So, if you miss one of the 10 random attendance days, it's part of your grade. Because me and my roommate, we had the same class, my freshman year roommate. And so, one day she had to go to the doctor. And that was one of our attendance days. So I couldn't really help her. But other stuff I could help her with, like notes, stuff like that. I take good notes. So yeah. So I guess with this being the first podcast, it's gonna be pretty short. I just wanted to introduce myself to you guys. Yeah, tell your friends about this podcast if you like the next following episodes, because I want this to help people. I don't care if you like and subscribe, that is your business. It's your business. So yeah, just even just share what you learned in this podcast and be like, oh yeah, I heard this podcast and this girl, she was talking all crazy. She was like, yeah, I did this and this and this and that. So if she did it, it's okay. You will get it together. You will get your shit together. That's why it's called Get Your Shit Together. So yeah, and share this with people. Like when somebody tweets that they're looking for a new podcast, be like, yeah, listen to this crazy girl. And follow me on socials or not. That's Instagram and Twitter at the letter I, Wanna, WANNA LEXX U. No, shit, I be fucking it up. So my Instagram and Twitter is I Wanna Lex You Up. So I'm gonna spell it for you. WANNALEXXYOUUP. And I don't know, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for taking the time to hear me talk today, because I've been struggling to even record this first podcast because I've been needing to get my shit together. And I have all these ideas for how I want to do the podcast. I've invited people to be guests, so look out for that. I'm gonna bring hopefully some of my friends so we can reminisce about stuff and y'all can hear our crazy stories and how we just connect with each other. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for listening. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoy. I hope you keep coming back for more. Yeah. So have a good one, y'all. Peace, love, and chicken grease. No, it's love, peace, and chicken grease. Damn, y'all gonna take my black card. Bye.